remiss of me if I were to take the credit. Helen Elliott. Here she is. Helen, earlier on tonight, I don't know what excuse we're going to have to Tony to on it over the next lot of months, but it's been really, really terrific working with her, and she deserves one heck of amount of credit because the work this lassie has put into organising these next 2 or 3 weeks is absolutely phenomenal. Helen, on behalf of everybody, thank you very much indeed for everything you did. But we'll hear more of Helen. Now, with lots of
today, for a lot of us, was quite actually important because we would like to see that link opened. We're I think at a stage where we know there's people up there with boats that want to get down, and we also know there's people up there with heritage boats that want to get down. So next weekend I think is probably going to be the showpiece. We hope that we can carry it off. I'm sure we can, but I think it's important for the inland waterways and for the heritage boats and for everybody else to show the people of Northern Ireland and Enniskillen that we're not an elitist group. We're people that enjoy boating, and that's it. And that's something that we want to share with people. And I think if we get that message across, this trip will be very, very successful.
This little poem, thanks Jerry, is called The Arab Orange Lodge. I hope you can hear it now, my throat lasted. A loyal band of orange men from Ulster's lovely land, they could not march upon the 12th. Processions were all banned. So they flew off to the Middle East, this dreadful law to dodge, and they founded in Jerusalem the Arab Orange Lodge. Big Ali Bey, who charmed the snakes, he was the first recruit. John James McCaig from Portlanone learned till him play the flute. And as the owl pay paper was once followed by the rats, their folly Ali till the lodge, 10 snakes in bowler hats. They made a martial picture as they marched along the shore. It stirred the blood when Ollie played the fez my father wore. And Yusuf Ben Mahabad hit the lambeg such a bash, it scared the living daylights from a camel in a sack. Now the movement spread both far and wide. There were lodges by the score. The Jerusalem Purple Heroes was the first of many more. The loyal sons of Jeddah and the Meccal Purple Star, and the rising sons of Jericho, who came by motor car. The banners too were wonderful, and some would make you smile. King Billy on his camel, as he flashed across the night. The Tar and Sidon Temperance had the best one of them all, for they had a lovely picture of Damascus Orange Hall. The apprentice boys of a man marched beneath the blazing sun. The Royal Black Preceptory were Negroes, every one. And lodges came from Egypt, from the Abu Simbel Falls. And they shouted, "No surrender, we'll guard old Caro's walls." But when the ban was lifted and the lodges marched at last, the Arabs all decided to march right through Belfast. And they caused a lot of trouble before they got afloat. They couldn't get the bloody hammers on the Hesham boat. Now Campbell's choked up Liverpool and Camels blocked Stranraer. And the Sheikh of Kuwait came along in his great big motor car. But the Eastern Magic LOL, they worked a crafty move. They got on their magic carpets and flew into Aldergrove. When they came to Castle Junction, where once stood the wee kiosk, they dig up Royal Avenue to build a flaming mosque. And Devlin says to Jerry Fitt, "I think we'd better go. There's 500,000 camels coming down Sandy Road. The speeches at the field that day were really something new. For some were made in Arabic and some were made in Hebrew. But just as Colonel Nasser had got up to sing the Queen, I woke up in my bed at home and found it was a dream.
On the Saturday in the league, it starts at 2 o'clock. The theme is piracy, and they would like many dressed up in fancy dress. So get out your wooden legs and your patches for your eyes. Not as much. Jerry's barge will be to the extreme right as you come under the two arches of the bridge. We get Jerry in first and nose him up sort of into as far up the jetty as we can, because he's the barge with the Guinness. There is a marquee being erected tonight.
This is now the first boat being pulled out. And then I suspect this one. Ball at the end. Keep the fender between the boats. The person works the fender on the hull.
As the night captain, every morning captain, which hard is on anyone?
Just put up the slack on that.
Cormac, will you go into neutral? And just listen for commands. We're probably just going to work every second engine, but we do need the skippers on the wheel in case we have to change. Skippers on the wheel. We probably won't use all the engines, but we want everybody on the wheel. Shanksha 24 68 into forward. 4 forward. Just a tick over, guys, a tick over. Robbie, if you guys go into neutral for a second. You're in neutral. Yeah. They're fine. Yeah, will you steer from there? Alan, yourself and Robbie are steering. We need more power on the port engines. Where's Cormac? Will you go into neutral? How many barges are here?
Don't know.
14. 16, isn't it? Well, yeah, well, the only thing is we'll be stopping on a turn.
Ornate house. And we're quite close now. Started the pirouette.
We have a flight connection. Out of gear. We're going back too far. Over there. No, I think we're okay still. Yeah.
Rest yourselves a glass of wine and a sandwich. We're now progressing downriver. But all these houses along the shore here, the whole lot are sinking. But whereas before,
that? It's amazing the way they can handle them.
At the end of our voyage, and we're all tied up at the Round O in Enniskillen. We have the Free Presbyterian crowd are having an open meeting. So there we are. That'll give our guys from the south something to think about.
For Lough Erne, it was a double first. The sun was shining, and for the first time ever, a fleet of canal barges, all retired now as working boats, but lovingly restored and in regular use on the waterways of Ireland, had come together.
Well, to bring 16 barges, 60 foot long by 13 foot wide, weighing something in the region of 60 tons each, from Limerick right to Enniskillen, I think is some quite achievement.
The grand old lady of the fleet, Chang Sha, took pride of place at one end of the line. Rafted alongside, De Eames, complete with artistic symbolism.
With the Dutch barge, this is called a click, and it's the symbolism is the horn of plenty, and a bird pulling out plenty. But when we bought the barge, we mixed the idioms, so we wanted the Celtic and the Dutch. So I drew it from the Book of Durrow. I developed the scheme, the design from the Book of Durrow, and painted it on.
And if that's a delight, take a look inside. These are floating homes. The comfort of today, a long way from the times when these were working boats run by a crew of 4. Back on deck, the skippers were preparing to maneuver. They decided to do a pirouette. Bally it's not, skillful it is.
We're just showing off, really. Just because we can do it. Sort of boys with toys kind of stuff, you know, but we do this quite a lot in other parts of the river, so they've never been seen here in Enniskillen, so we thought we'd show people how it's done.
Slowly, slowly, the boats did the turn through 360 degrees, looking on in admiration, other, more modern craft. And when it was all over, and the barges were back facing the way they wanted to go, a chance to consider another tradition.
They say that the best Guinness was in Limerick. It was the perfect distance. It took 3 days to come by barge from St. James's Gate to Limerick. And they say it was the best settled Guinness, because it got a chance to settle on the way down the canal and the Shannon to Limerick.
The music played, and Helen Elliott, who coordinated not just the boats but the weather as well, was already looking forward to the next time.
Now that they've come up, they will come back again. I would say it'll be the first of many. They've shown such interest in it that it may not happen next year, but will happen the year after.
The fastest growing part of the Inland Waterways Association is in Northern Ireland, where membership has doubled. That lends weight to the argument that the disused Ulster Canal should be opened to complete the connection from Limerick to Coleraine.
We can't get beyond Lough Erne. We can't get into Lough Neagh and the rest of the system. The Ulster Canal was closed in the early part of the last century. It's 46 miles long. It's our elusive prize that we're lobbying for at the moment.
delighted to see such a turnout, both from the north and from local sources. And I'm delighted to welcome Mayor of Limerick, Mr. John Cronin.
I'm delighted to be here with you tonight. When I heard about it, I was going to make out a speech, but then I said to myself, well now John, you're long enough living on the river, beside the river, to know that when boatmen get together, the last thing you want is a speech. But I hope you do enjoy yourself in Limerick. I, as Mayor of Limerick, am very proud of Limerick. And I'm very proud of the hospitality that I know you're going to receive in Limerick. Limerick, to us, is a new city. All you have to do is look out that window and you see the beauty of Limerick. And you who love rivers and lakes and so on would appreciate it as much as we do here in Limerick. The one thing I do have a little bug about is that our canalways are not being redeveloped in the way I think they should be. And I hope over the next few years that the plans which are there for the canalway, which was outside, when I was a young boy, it was no problem to see the barges coming up and down that canal. And I thought, well, before they put me into the big box, that I will see the barges again coming up and down that canal. I hope also... I always blame the inland waterways for all these problems. And not Limerick City Council. But I hope that you come into Limerick might give you a good idea of the place and of the marina that's down there. And I do hope that we start seeing it being used a lot more. You'll be very welcome in Limerick. Limerick, you know, no matter what they say about us, we're really a grand people. And just to show, the Mayor will sing you a Limerick song. The one thing about this Mayor is when he runs out of words, he can sing. In a Limerick song, I will, yeah. There is a night, there is a night, a bonny isle, stands proudly from the sea. Though near or far, in all this world, is that the royal, to me? It is not that alone it stands, while all around is fresh and fair. It is my native land and my home is there.
Who could follow that?
Not St. Mary's any songs.
I don't know where to start. Anyway, I'll try and keep this short and sweet, but there are a few things that have to be mentioned. We in the Derg Branch most sincerely welcome our visitors from the Northern Ireland branch of the Inland Waterways and also the Lough and Upper Bann Association. We're delighted to see you here, and it's in reciprocation for the excellent hospitality shown to our branch last year. They came back raving about it and just said this has to be done. So we're delighted to see you turn out here tonight. It's really pleasant to see it. There's a number of thank yous that I'd like to give, because these things don't organise themselves. And I remember during the initial discussions, you know, at one of our branch meetings, they said, well, who do we get to do this, you know? And of course, needless to say, all the heads ducked down and all suddenly having shouted 5 minutes before that this must be done, then when volunteers are called for, they disappear. However, we have a long and honourable tradition in Derg picking our volunteers.
Tell me about it.
And on this particular occasion, we started with Mr. Andy Roach.
Here, here.
And of course, Andy followed in the normal tradition. He picked his volunteers as well. And I'd particularly like to mention Natalie and Tom McGowan. Natalie's our secretary, and Tom, her husband, who is a member of the club here, who liaised with the club, and their president, Arnold Ashton, who's here, is the other man with the other chain. And I'd like to thank Arnold. It's lovely to walk into tonight, and thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you.
Onwards. Of course, there's two dimensions to this visit. There's the southern dimension, and that was just mentioned. And of course, there is the northern dimension as well. And there were particularly, I know that Ken Bell, Jackie Hamill, Michael Savage, and Brian Cassells were involved. And if I've missed anybody else, it's because I didn't actually know about it. But I know that those people especially were involved, and I want to thank them, because it wouldn't have happened without them either. So it was very important. They got it. These things take, of course, a little bit. There's a lot of other people involved in organisations and everything else, and I would particularly like to thank Waterways Ireland, particularly Martin Dennany, for his help and support, and some sponsorship which we'll be partaking of during the weekend. Martin unfortunately can't be with us tonight, but he sends his regards to everyone, and as you all, a lot of you know him, and he's always been a good supporter. I'd also like to thank in particular Shannon Development, Director John King, and Frank Larkin. I don't know that Frank was due to come tonight. I don't know is he here? He's there. Good. And thank you very much. And John Cohen, they've been helpful in a number of ways to Andy and the crew in organising things. Also, I'd like to thank the Electricity Supply Board, the ESB guys. Some of them are here tonight. Tom Butler, another name Brian Cleary. There's another lad I met whose name I can't remember. Noel, I think it is. And Jerry, the lock keeper, who helped some of the barges down and the boats down, and no doubt is going to assist them up tomorrow. And also, as you're aware, we're having our lunch tomorrow, and we're having a tour of Arte Crusha, and I think you'll all find that very interesting. It's the only station of its kind in the island of Ireland, and it's, as far as I'm aware anyway. And it is very interesting, even though it is historic. And it has obviously it has become very of great interest to anyone boating ever since Limerick has opened up their waterways again. Thanks be to God, and it looks smashing, and it's getting better. That is initial start-up difficulties, but they're getting over it. But Arte Crusha and the subject of its turbines has become of huge interest to boaters. But however, those little problems are being worked out. I would also like to mention there's a couple of people, some of you may know them, some of you may not, people like Pat Lysett, who was a great help. And what else was there? There was one other thing I wanted to mention was that it's been publicised recently, Mayor, the Riverside City project. Limerick, and I don't know an awful lot about it. I just read a little bit about it, and I think it's to be encouraged. I think it'll do. I mean, Limerick has come on in leaps and bounds. You know, it's turned its face back to the river again, and I think that anything that can be promoted that direction is great. One other thing, housekeeping. Whoever's staying in the Wilmot guest house, I think there's only 4 people, there will be a car to collect you and your luggage at 9 o'clock sharp in the morning to bring you to your embarkation point. And I think the balance of people are in the Sarsfield, and we'll have cars up there to ferry the luggage down to in the morning. At what time?
9-ish.
9-ish, we'll start bringing the luggage. You'll be walked down to. So we'll get the luggage down to the bus. You won't have to haul it off. All right? Excellent. Is that all right? Absolutely. Not at all.
Sorry, wrap up mind, but just on a point of detail, it's 9 sharp because we are governed by tide in the morning, so we do have air draft issues. We'll be 9 sharp. You can go to bed any time you like. The only stipulation is the time you get up. 9 o'clock sharp. Right? Most things on the weekend will be on boat time, but this will actually be on GMT, so it'll be 9 o'clock. Just to say also on it that we're not departing from the jetty you've seen the boats on today. We're actually going to be doing a shunt of the boats from there to a jetty further up, again for air draft reasons. So, but we will have a walker to take the people from the Sarsfield up to the jetty that we're going, and somebody who will actually direct you where to go, so that you don't have to be looking at maps.
Okay. Anyway, have a good night.
Thank you.
Have life jackets, and we prefer transport people are on the deck to wear life jackets. Basically out of deck, when you're not on the boat, but if those that have life jackets are inside the boat, they can't got a life jacket. It's easy to spot it yourself. If they're needed.
Jim, would you like some tea or coffee to warm you up after the school trip? Tea. What did you tell me?
Come on, behave yourself.
Sure.
Was that they had Siemens had their own process for concrete.
I think we were doing it on a regular basis.
We came down here years ago, once in the afternoon, just by car, and there were kids in here somewhere. They were dining.
He's an earner, I think it was Phil.
Well, I'm in forward here.
Sorry,
enjoy the tour stage and the weekends in this locality. Now, to mark the occasion, I would like to present my glass plate.
Is it Farsi? Is it?
to give us a 10-minute smile. We have not many cameras. What? What did you say, Michael?
Keep smiling!
Keep smiling! Don't stop smiling! Grant, get them going again.
She is pretty, she is the girl of Belfast City. She is Harrison, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.